Hi there. Before we begin, take just a second to notice your body. Not to adjust it, just notice your shoulders, your jaw, your stomach, your breath. There's nothing to fix. Just feel what's already here. You know, there are ways of being that become so normal. We don't even realize that they're patterns. Not loud patterns, not conscious ones, more like postures, ways of holding yourself in a room, ways of answering a question, ways of absorbing tension without letting it show. Most of us learned early how to keep things steady, how to smooth things out or manage things, how to not add weight to an already heavy room. You could feel when something was off, or when someone was stressed, when the room tightened, and you adjusted. You did it subtly, with a tone shift or a swallowed reaction or a quiet, oh, it's fine. Over time, that adjustment stopped feeling like an adjustment, and it just felt like you. There's a specific kind of strength that does not announce itself. It shows up as competence, as reliability, as being the one who can handle it. The one who doesn't need much, the one who figures it out, and the one who keeps going. From the outside, it looks admirable. But from the inside, it can feel like a muscle that never fully releases. Notice how quickly an "I'm fine" can rise. Before you check, before you feel, it's almost automatic. The system scans, nothing's catastrophic, attachment is intact. But "I'm fine" does not always feel like ease. Sometimes it just means things are contained. There's an undercurrent in a lot of us, kind of like a low-level bracing. It's not panic, it's not a crisis, just almost like a readiness. As if something might require you at any moment, or if fully relaxing, if you did that, it would be careless. You might actually just call it adulthood, or responsibility, or maybe maturity. Sometimes it's just something else. Sometimes it's the body remembering that if you don't stay steady, things tend to wobble. And so you stay steady, even when you're tired. Now, the tricky thing about undercurrents is they don't feel dramatic. They kind of feel normal. Just slightly tight, slightly alert, slightly responsible for more than is actually yours. And if no one names it, you assume this is just how being a person feels. Now, there's nothing wrong with strength. Strength has kept you connected, it kept you capable, it kept you moving. But strength that never rests becomes armor. And that armor is heavy, even when you forget you're wearing it. Now, this isn't about dropping everything. It isn't about confronting anyone. It's more about noticing how often you anticipate before you're asked. Maybe you notice it when somebody sighs across the room and you immediately try to figure out what's wrong. or when a conversation gets tense and your body moves to study things before anyone asks you to. How often you scan before you actually settle in, or how often you may soften or slightly shrink yourself to keep the room smooth. So let's take a second and just imagine what happens in your body when you imagine not doing that. Not forever, just once. Does something tighten or does something exhale? That reaction tells you more than any analysis could. Most people think exhaustion means they're doing too much. But sometimes exhaustion means you're holding too much. You're holding tone, holding emotions, holding stability, and you're holding yourself and everyone else. And holding, that is quiet work. And that quiet work, it can be exhausting. Now, you don't have to change anything right now. Just feel it. Feel where your body stays slightly engaged. Feel where it doesn't quite power down. Feel where your "I'm fine" lives. Awareness doesn't demand action. It simply illuminates it. And when something is illuminated, it has space to soften on its own timeline. Nothing dramatic needs to happen. Just noticing is enough. I'm really glad you're here. Until next time, just notice what's already here. That's more than enough. Love, Felicia.